Welcome to another episode of It's Debatable NBA Edition. I am your host, Justin Jones, here with co-host Sebastian Pluvios. As you can see, because it has to be addressed, Jalen Green has decided to no longer do It's Debatable anymore. Before I say what I have to say, is there anything you have to say in regards to the situation?
Oh shit, I ain't gonna dive deep into it, but all I'm gonna say is that Jalen, whenever you ready, your seat's always here for you, brother. I don't think a basketball discussion is worth, put it on the show and the platform that we built thus far. But we all brothers here at the end of the day, so ain't nothing that we could just talk about it, patch it up. But shit, that's up to him though. But the show still continues.
Yeah, I just want to say, I feel like Jalen sometime will eventually see this. I just want to say thank you for everything that you did for the platform when this started. Seb wasn't even here. It was me and you. We was doing battle rap. Went from battle rap to basketball, and that's when Sebastian had came on to the show. We did a lot of great work. There's been ups and downs, but I've learned throughout life, number one, everything has an expiration date.
Facts.
There's nothing that lasts forever. The show won't last forever, right? Friendships, relationships, businesses, nothing lasts forever. So if Jalen felt that he can't give anything more to the show, right? Or he wasn't going to be able to be himself on the show anymore, then I can't say anything bad about that. Right, he's a grown man. He definitely made his own decision, and I love you, bro. Like I have nothing bad to say. You've taught me a lot about podcasting and the game of basketball. I brought you on the show for a specific reason. You have great basketball intellect. To Seb's point, whenever you would like to come back on the show, your seat will always be filled. There will be no type of replacement. And yeah, that's it.
That's it, man.
All right. So shout out to Jalen. I hope all is well and just keep doing your thing. But now we gotta get into the basketball. The NBA season just started. I'm excited. It's been some good games to start off, but already to start the NBA season, we have some people already just not playing. Some people who are also seen in those USA training camps and all that. So for me now to not see them for game one of the NBA season really alarms me. I spoke about this before to where I feel like in today's game, I'm not saying all the players, but a lot of them I feel like are putting the money before anything. And if that's what you want to do, I can't tell nobody what to do, but that does take away from the game. Speaking of Jalen, so let's talk about Kawhi Leonard.
She was here for that.
I seen Kawhi in USA training camp trying to make the team. Previous to that, signed his extension. So I don't even understand now when did he get hurt? When did this surgery happen? Why did the Clippers keep it a secret? He's now not playing to start the season. You built this whole arena and you put all your eggs into the basket of Kawhi Leonard. You didn't pay Paul George. So I'm confused from the top to the bottom what's happening to this team. Right?
Right.
But then we also need to talk about Joel Embiid. A person who played USA basketball, was huge in that game against Serbia down the stretch, right? Did what he was supposed to do. He earned a gold medal. Somehow he's not playing. A report came out a couple of days ago. He's not playing back-to-backs, this, that, and the third. And he's just not playing. Now there's going to be an official investigation. They're looking into it. I don't know what the hell's going on. But that leads me to ask you, which team is going to need their superstar back sooner rather than later? Is it going to be the Clippers or the Sixers?
To me, it's going to have to be the Sixers. When I look at this team right now, the way that you stacked up your roster within the offseason, you did all this to lock in on a championship potential and get into the conference finals this year and even get into the finals and actually sealing the deal so Joel Embiid can win his first NBA championship. So now you have all these setbacks now, and to even Paul George too now is out. I guess he pulled what was this, MCL or something like that within a preseason game. It's just now you're gonna need Joel Embiid to win these games. Now you can't have Tyrese Maxey right there on the floor by himself. And for this too, especially for when you're trying to build some chemistry with a whole bunch of new players on this roster and initiate Paul George, you need as much games as possible you can get so you can build some type of continuity, to build some type of chemistry. So when you go in, you got to find out who's the definitive factor, who's the second option, who's the best second option, who's the better to go to down the stretch. You have all these question marks that you have. You have the talent on paper, but the roster got to be able to figure it out, and that takes a lot of games. So now that Joel Embiid is missing these back-to-back games, that's taken away from a large portion of the season too, as well. So now you have to find these games that they are playing together to figure it out, because we all know that you could have as much talent on the team. If you don't have the correct chemistry, it's not going to work out. You have to find the right chemistry within a certain amount of games to get it going. So with Joel Embiid, it's like the longer you wait, the more just like skeptical we're all going to be about Philadelphia, because now just like, how is Maxey going to be able to defer to Paul George and Embiid? How is that going to work? How is Paul George going to be able to fit in this system as well? How is Embiid going to withstand an 82-game season? And now that he's playing back-to-backs, which quite frankly to me, I really don't have a problem with that at all. I understand a lot of these older presidents, people like, the Shaqs, the Chuck, the Kevin Garnett's, they're the ones that says it's part of the fucking job. We're not doing no real labor like people that works. But at the same time, it's for somebody now with his age and all the injuries that he sustained throughout his career, I think right now is the best thing for him suited to get him into the playoffs fully healthy as possible. And just to actually, seal the deal. I think right now, when I was blacking about it, I said his health should be prioritized more than anything within this season. I really think that this is a step going in the right direction. So the investigation could have come with it, but if you're not playing these games now where it's not back-to-back, you're losing chemistry. And right now, what? There's 2 games out the book. You got what?
Right, but the
80 games left.
All right, but hold on. The problem is not per se that he's hurt. It's the fact that you gotta look at everything else that happened. He played in Team USA.
But that's How many exhibition games?
No, if he played in Team USA, he should be playing now. So that's why there's an investigation, because this doesn't make sense.
100%
if someone is hurt, then the team has to put the report out. This person is hurt. This person is hurt for this reason. If you're not doing that, and it's all just speculation, now they're going to do investigation, because he played in Team USA, didn't miss any games. So was he hurt then?
It has to be.
So he was playing hurt for Team USA.
He was playing hurt for Team USA. I guess he wanted the gold medal too in that case. Just to have some.
But
type
his
of
obligation is not to Team USA.
It's not. It's
to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Or the thing is, the best thing I could think about this is they're looking at it as, we're not going to play it. Like, feel me? It has to be something within the organization with the medical staff to really manage it. There has to be, and that's why they're investigating it. Because to the NBA, you do owe obligation, because we're selling tickets with your name on it for you to be starting against these other star players. And that's the part that I understand on an NBA standpoint. But within the Philadelphia organization, I think they're best trying to manage it as possible. Which games make sense? What stint of games are you going to play to where we can get them?
You're contradicting yourself, because you're saying what games make sense. You just talked about building chemistry. All the games make sense.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, for me, in my standpoint, when I'm talking about which games make sense, I'm talking about from the Philadelphia organization itself. Because, hear me out though, because now they're probably thinking like, are you fit to play this game? Like, what games are you most likely to fit? Because right now, they're the ones under investigation with the NBA. I'm speaking from my standpoint of, like, feel me, building chemistry. So when I look at it, it's more so like, Philadelphia has to be doing something on the scene. It can't just be Embiid that's just saying, I don't want to play these games.
All right, well, something's fishy and someone's lying then. He said that he dropped 25 to 30 pounds. So what? So now why are you not playing? People can't just say things and then something else happens and we just forget everything else that happened. He said that.
You forget who's running the organization right now? Daryl Morey. And
We're
what
not
James Harden
blaming.
said,
We're not
Daryl
blaming.
Morey's a liar. So they're gonna lie to the best of their ability to keep everything hidden.
You're playing
bro.
around, bro. This has nothing to do with Daryl Morey. What are
Bro.
you talking about? Daryl Morey did his job and had the best free
But
agency.
as an
What are you talking
organization,
about Daryl Morey?
well, are we talking about Embiid, or are we talking about the medical staff, or are we talking about in general? We can't just like this investigation can't just be on Joel Embiid, though. Is what I'm saying.
That's not Daryl Morey's job to say who's playing or not. His job is to build the best roster he can. That's what he did.
Yes, he built the best roster, but what's the point of having the best roster if your best player is not playing?
Right, so then why did he play Team USA? That's not Daryl Morey's decision to have him play Team USA.
But you still report back to an organization, and the organization clears you on what games you can play. So it's not just Embiid, is what I'm saying. Is the medical staff, the whole organization in general, that are deciding that we're not going to play you these back-to-back games, when you're going to miss out the first couple of games of the season. It's not just Joel Embiid, is what I'm saying. Because if Joel Embiid's out there, he's going to play, he's going to give it his all. There's somebody in the organization saying, yo, we got to limit him so that way we have a better Embiid for the playoffs.
Okay.
They probably went through a plan.
Okay. To answer the question.
Right.
Clippers, 76ers. I would say, damn, who needs them back sooner? I would say the Clippers, because to your point, Paul George will be back sooner.
Right.
He just had the bone bruise. Get well soon to Paul George. Even though I looked at the play, I don't see
that's the injury.
I don't know how all that happened, because he's talking about his leg locked up and it couldn't move. I don't know. He did have a broken leg though, so maybe his is a little different from the normal leg. So they probably it's like
a precaution type of thing.
Right, but to start the season to the point is still bad, but they're gonna get him back. Once again, to my point, they still had the best off season, so they have other pieces. They was in the game with Milwaukee until they wasn't in the game with Milwaukee. Right. So you get him back. I say the Clippers because James Harden's not going to be able by his lonesome to get this team into a playoff position. He tried opening night against who they play, Phoenix. Right?
He looked great out there too.
He looked okay.
He looked great. He had 28 points.
On what shooting?
I'm not gonna predicate on shooting,
bro. So
because when you're the
if
only,
you take 50 shots and you end up having 30 points,
the most he probably took was like what, 18. 18 to 20 shots is what I'm saying that he probably put up.
He wasn't good down the clutch.
It was just him. If anything, he missed the game winner.
And that goes to my point. He needs help. And they need Kawhi Leonard because you didn't pay Paul George. Maybe if you pay Paul George, then he's there. You still have him at Harden. You can coast through the regular season, have Kawhi ready for the playoffs. Now you're putting all your eggs into the basket of, once again, Kawhi Leonard and saying, James Harden, do your thing. That's not good enough. Chris Dunn is not good enough. Who else they got on this team? Norman Powell and Terrence Mann, Bones Highland. That's not good enough. You put all this money into the arena. You got the fucking owner sitting with the fans going all crazy. Shit's not funny.
It's not.
You put all your money into a guy and his legs don't work.
But that was kind of the expected going into the season, though. The Clippers don't have the aspirations of really winning anything right now. They have just two all-star players.
What do you mean they don't have the aspirations of winning? So what are they playing for? What are you talking about?
At this point, they playing to sell out the Intuit Dome. That's what it's called, right? They playing to sell out the arena. Steve Ballmer is a businessman.
I'm not into this team, into the dome, into the player. I'm not into.
Look at the pieces they really have, though. Is that enough to get you? Is that a championship DNA? Where's the real vets on this team? You got a bunch of guys that have kind of been outcasted within the NBA.
I will shout out to Stephen A. Smith. There was an anonymous source that said they'll finish a top 4 seed in the West.
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm just saying that was an anonymous source. I ain't saying no one's name, but that was a source.
I just don't see it, man. I really just don't see it, man. I said last episode, I'll say it again. I just don't see it. Not with this roster. You're going to have to make another move.
Right. Hold on, y'all. My fault. All right. So, going back, so we can just clarify the investigation, right? Is the league office, right? Just looking into the Philadelphia Sixers team to find out why is Embiid just not playing and there was no injury report
at all. But
so it's just confused. They gotta do an investigation. Right? So Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, when healthy, 2 of the top 10 best players in the NBA.
Absolutely.
Undoubtedly. But it's too many ifs, and it's been going on for too long. I had the Sixers to go to the finals this year. I'm gonna stick with that pick. I'm not hopping off the bandwagon because once this team comes together, though, I think it's gonna be a scary team, right?
Enough for Boston though.
It's year one. We're gonna talk about Boston a little bit later. I just wanted to say I'm not hopping off the bandwagon. I'm still riding with the Philadelphia 76ers. I believe in Tyrese Maxey. I love Nick Nurse as the coach. Him 100%. Coaching a Kawhi Leonard led team before. Going through that long ass season and they won the championship. If any coach can do it, it's Nick Nurse. But once again, I think the Clippers need Kawhi back. I don't know when he's gonna come back. Usually when they say out indefinitely, it means the doctors don't know what to do.
And when it comes to
they're looking at the knee like there's not a lot of cartilage left.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna need a spare knee, man.
Spare knee?
A spare knee, something, man.
Are you gonna give one of your?
I don't think Kawhi Leonard need my knee, man. He needs it's like a fresh athlete, something, man. Because at the end of the day,
Kawhi Leonard talk to Lonzo Ball. I don't know where Lonzo got a new leg from, but that nigga's playing, diving into the crowd and all that.
It's been 2 years to it. Yo, shout out Lonzo Ball actually too for
shout out Lonzo
long
Ball.
2 years too. That injury shit could really be a frustrating thing when you're not on the court. It's kind of like you're forgotten about, but shoot. It's good to see him back out there too.
Right. You talked about the Boston Celtics though.
Right.
We seen game one, right? Major win, blowout. They killed your team.
Belt to ass, man.
Right. Belt to ass tour. Shout out to Patrick Beverly. Shout out to Rome. But they killed the New York Knicks. Beat them down. Did them dirty. The Knicks did not look too good. Karl Anthony Towns was still finding his way. First game. So we don't want to
Mikal Bridges switched his shot
mid-game
to, oh my God, it was tragic. What that thing saying? Everybody hates it's tragic. That's what it was. It was a massacre in the Garden, man, in the TD Garden, man. I don't know what way to explain it. OG Anunoby, 5-year, $212 million contract, had 4 points.
He looked like he was worth 67 cents.
He looked drunk. That's what he did. He looked drunk. Oh. Mitchell Robinson, still nowhere to be found. Karl Anthony Towns, soft. Yes. Jalen Brunson, I ain't gonna feel me because he did have 20, but it's like, damn, started 5, play like crap. If we're going to even be a good team, this is a team that we're going to have to see down the line. No matter what seed we finish at, we're going to have to run into Boston.
Y'all can't beat the Boston Celtics, bro.
Chill, bro.
Do you see what they did to y'all? Who y'all waiting to come back? Mitchell Robinson? That's going to change the defensive scheme to guard the Boston Celtics?
Rim protect. I mean,
they're not going to the rim. They shot 65
But I guarantee you, next time that happened, it is not happening again.
What do you mean?
They're not shooting damn near 60% from 3 the next time the Knicks in it. No, that's not happening. We got blown out. They were on a championship high too. Shout out to Jason Tatum too, because I feel like Team USA really fucked up and they made him have a chip on his shoulder. And you have somebody that's already an NBA champion having a chip on his shoulder. Oh man, Jaylen Brown already has a chip on his shoulder too for being left out of Team USA. Now you added a team that has already won, feel accomplished. Now they feel even more hungrier. I feel like that was just a statement for the league too, and to Steve Kerr. So shout out to the Celtics too. They handled their business, but we could continue on. I'll get into the Knicks another time.
No, right. Speak. First, the Boston Celtics. They played a great game. I was surprised. Usually, you might hear of the championship hangover.
Yeah.
Apparently, they don't drink because there was no hangover at all.
Sober as fuck.
And they came to play. To your point, I don't know how much the Steve Kerr, the Team USA, how much did that really affect Jason Tatum? But I'm not an athlete. Was never close on that level. So other athletes are saying they take that very personally to what happened. That was a very humbling experience. So now he came out, hit about 8 threes, and I wondered, I'm on FanDuel, and I seen the prop for someone to have 8 threes. He was the only one you could pick. So I'm like, why? They gave it to us.
Vegas do something now.
Vegas definitely made the call.
Because you know how sometimes people come out slow. It's opening night. Like it takes a while to get your shots going. You know, the crowd's going, the ring ceremony.
That's the way the Boston Celtics plays. They're gonna live and die by that 3-point shot.
But that's starting 5,
It's like the modern day Golden State Warriors.
100%.
They're going to shoot the 3 ball. Did it well. Derek White was great. Jaylen Brown was great. He also got the chip in his shoulder. He feels like just due to you know, the whole anonymous source and not being on Team USA, the beef with Nike, everything going on with him. He got a chip on his shoulder. Who else played?
Drew Holiday, even Al Horford.
Drew Holiday played well. Al Horford,
the bench too.
Payton Pritchard came in.
Sam Hauser.
Hauser. So the whole team.
So you have at least 7 people knocking down threes.
Right. Even you got someone like Luke Cornett, who I don't know who that is.
He's been around.
He looks like he can be your 5th grade teacher at school. But he goes in, he knows his role. Coach Mazzulla has everyone doing what they're supposed to be doing. Everyone seems like they're on the same page. The Boston Celtics are gonna be a tough out. Shout out to them. But now the New York Knicks. I think the loss of DiVincenzo really hurt them.
Right.
Because I didn't see no one else knocking down no 3-point shots. That's supposed to be Karl Anthony Towns, but we've seen in the preseason already, he was struggling. So he's gonna have to find his way. Last game against
the Pacers.
Against the Pacers, he did go 2 for 2. So hopefully he's going to pick it up. But he's not. He's so big. Pause. At 6'11", right? He's.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
He's gonna have to be in the post. I seen once again. I seen plays to start in that first, second quarter. They throwing Drew Holiday on him, and he's not doing nothing with the ball.
I don't know what
that's
about.
not going to cut it. Right? You got Josh Hart. He wasn't too effective. It wasn't the same thing I seen from last season. Jalen Brunson was the only one who looked like was decent, but the Knicks are just gonna have to figure it out. They beat the Pacers, but Tyrese Halliburton's not gonna average 0.
Nah, that's kind of crazy. But what I did like, though, from their starting 5, though, it's a very, like, the defense that I seen in the Pacers. I wish that they brought it to the Celtics game, but I think that builds over time, though. But I just like the addition of Mikal Bridges. I like what I seen that second game. He looked more comfortable in his role. He's knocking down turn-away, fades away. It's like he's becoming more of that player that we want to see rather than be like a systematic player like he was in Phoenix. I think he's becoming that Brooklyn player that we've seen within the first half. I think if he could get to that point, that's going to be a huge addition by subtraction, because now you have somebody that don't need the ball as much as a guy like Julius Randle to be effective with his touches. A guy like OG Anunoby could get more touches around the rim too, and that's what really that they bank their success on, because like, watching that game against the Pacers, literally the whole starting 5 was eating. Literally, the whole starting 5 was eating. At least Mikal had 20. Who else? I believe OG or Karl Anthony Towns had 20. Jalen Brunson was doing his thing. If you could get that from a starting 5, the only skeptical part I have about it is how can that last for a whole 82-game season? And that's the thing when we say about Tom Thibodeau, is he plays his guys to the ground. We get that, but we got to start using these rookie guys. We drafted 3 rookie guys, and only Hawk Porty was the one to see the floor. We got to see what Tyler Kolek is about.
All right, I don't want to see those rookies, but
you have to though. This is what's on your bench.
Okay, but a Tom Thibodeau team is usually defensively. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, they're going to have to defend once again. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, that was like barbecue chicken.
No,
I understand what they can do offensively, but a Tom Thibodeau-led team has always been predicated on defense. What's going to be the New York Knicks' identity? I don't give a fuck if Mikal Bridges could shoot 20 points and change his jump shot.
But you just ran into a Boston Celtics team. I can't judge it off that, because the first game of the season, you're going to tell me you ran into a Boston Celtics team that is hungry than ever. Not too much people could step up to the plate to do that. The way that they went was, don't get me wrong, it's atrocious how they went out. But at the same time, though, is give it a 10 to 15 game span and watch it gradually get better within the chemistry. And that's what we talk about, too. This is still relatively a new team, too, as well. And just how I talked about Philadelphia 76ers need that chemistry, you're going to need that chemistry.
All right. So they got Karl Anthony Towns. They're going to have to ingratiate him into the scheme and all that, but they brought back a lot of the same players.
Who else they had? They have the Philadelphia players in the starting lineup.
Changed their whole team.
Who do they have?
Maxey? You still got Brunson. You still got you still got Josh Hart.
Right.
You still got OG Anunoby. You still gonna have Mitchell Robinson coming back. He
still's not back yet.
You still got, who's the kid coming off the bench who could score? I like him.
Cameron Payne. He's not a kid, but who else? You talk about Deuce McBride. Yeah.
Not Cameron Payne.
I literally forgot about shout out Deuce McBride too, because he's been playing better too.
I think he needs to get more minutes, but once again, offensively, I'm not worried about New York. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, they're gonna get points. Defensively is where they're gonna have to do it, and we're gonna see is Karl Anthony Towns. Is he gonna be able to be on the floor? on those late game stretches to where you're gonna need a stop. That's what I want to say. Remember when he was in Minnesota, you didn't have to worry about that because you had Rudy Gobert in the back line.
And I think that's what they're gonna emulate though.
Towns is gonna be a primary defender down low. I don't like that.
Yeah, but when Mitchell Robinson gets back, I think that's what they're going to emulate. I said he's scheduled to come back December, but
him and Kawhi Leonard go to the same doctor.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no,
his knee,
you're not lying about that. I blame this on Joel Embiid because he dead ass fucked up his ankle. Yo, Joel Embiid, you a dirty ass nigga for that too. I ain't forget about that shit. He literally grabbed him by his ankle and threw him down. After that, we ain't see that nigga for shit.
Stop crying so much, bro.
Bro, he a dirty ass nigga for that, man. That's why you on the shelf too, man. You know, bones made out of freaking brittle.
All right. But listen, the Knicks, I just feel defensively they're going to have to pick it up, and then I think they will be okay. Moving on to the Western Conference, though, the Los Angeles Lakers.
LA.
Starting off the season 2-0. Right, it's only been 2 games, but it really hasn't been a start like this over the last 5 to 6 years.
Yo, I see the report. Sorry to cut you off. Every time a LeBron team finished 2-0, start off 2-0 in the season, they go to the finals, bro. You got some hopes to bank off of.
First of all, before they did this, coming into the season, did I not say the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, 100% you did. I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Did I also not say Anthony Davis, dark horse MVP?
Yeah, 100%.
Has anything I said been wrong as of yet?
It's 2 games, but
I'm saying,
I'm gonna let you get your high on, bro. I'm gonna let you get high, bro.
Okay. So
get high off this, bro. Bask in it.
Okay. So, before I get into it, let me, because we about to get into it real quick, right? The Los Angeles Lakers, right? It all starts with J.J. Redick. The attention to detail, the respect he's getting from his players on the team is just shown. I'm seeing clips of practices. He's getting into the defensive schemes and all that. It looks happy in practice. He gave LeBron his moment with his son. He's done everything that he has supposed to be done, right? But got to give a shout out to Anthony Davis. I don't have the exact stats, but through the first 2 games, 2 30-plus games, 10-plus rebounds, what he's doing defensively. I've been trying to say this for the last 5 years. Ever since he's been to LA, kind of ever since that first year where he kind of dwindled off, he has to be the number 1 option on this team for this team to be successful. LeBron James is great. To me, the best player I've ever seen play basketball. But he's at the age to where he's not going to be able for an 82-game season and playoffs be your number 1 option. Him doing that can get you in the playoffs because we've seen he has been doing that, whether it's through the play-in, whatever you want to call it. But if they're going to take it to that next level, getting back to an NBA Finals, it's going to have to be ran through Anthony Davis. And he's been doing that. Austin Reeves, great game last night against Phoenix. He still can't guard a parked car, but offensively, knocking out 3-point shots. He had about 8 assists. He's worked on his handle. He's a solid player. D'Angelo Russell, I'm going to have to see a lot more from you.
Don't let him hear you say that again, man. He's
right?
Gonna tell you to check
in
your
the
eyes.
preseason, I heard you practicing Chinese. The memes are going to come if you don't pick it up. You're going to have to be better.
Because the Shanghai Sharks will offer you that contract.
Right? Gabe Vincent, he's actually giving us some type of productivity. He seems healed from his injury. Max Christie's getting a lot more minutes. Young prospect. He's going to have to be that 3-and-D type player. Who am I missing?
Jackson Hayes. How you missing out on Jackson Hayes?
Jackson Hayes has been great in the spurts he has been getting. He's that energizer player, the energizer bunny, grabbing offensive rebounds, blocking shots, lob threat. He's going to have to be effective on the court. Right, we're still waiting for Christian Wood to come back. I want to see what can he give us offensively.
What about Vandal?
Hold on, can I?
My fault.
Jared Vanderbilt will eventually be back from his foot injury. What he can do defensively, we still seen last time he was in that playoff series against the Golden State Warriors. It was him chasing around Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. We're going to need him. So just right now, we didn't make any major moves in the offseason, but we brought back all our same players, so that doesn't mess with the continuity. And they have just bought into this J.J. Redick system. He's no nonsense, attention to detail. We won our first 2 games. The vibes are high right now, and we just got to keep it going, man. I ain't going to lie to you. We might not lose a game all season.
All right, bro.
82-0.
All right, if you feel like that, you feel like that.
I'm going off what I seen. We haven't lost yet.
80 playing 82 games.
Like is 80's gonna play at least 75 games.
So when the games he don't play, you have a chance of winning.
Yeah, could we have LeBron James?
LeBron ain't gonna play 82 either, man.
All right, listen.
It says that he's gonna play, but
what's your team's record? Let's ask some questions.
1-1, baby.
And what's our record?
2-0. Congratulations.
Yeah, we don't lose. Y'all be losing and shit. I don't. Listen, man. We just
all right,
don't
bro.
lose like
Talk to me 2 more weeks into the season. Let's see our record.
Okay.
Stainless.
I'm not worried right now, man. There's nothing to be worried about. The Phoenix Suns gave us their best punch.
I don't want to hear nothing about the Phoenix Suns. Hold on.
Don't do that to the Phoenix Suns.
Hold on. Let me
get just like y'all
go. Fuck what they are right now. Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
What say? Is this camera on me?
You're like, go ahead.
All right, hold on, bro. This Phoenix Suns team right now, man, because they almost lost to the Clippers too. They dead ass almost lost to the Clippers with James Harden by himself, which is crazy.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Bro, because first of all, Devin Booker fouled out. Bradley Beal, he comes and goes, bro. All of a sudden,
cooking last night. With hot
and
grease.
what he said, my mama said, always finish your food. And then y'all lost, man. I don't know what's going on with this Phoenix Suns team to where they think that they arrived or something, or that they're going to
Kevin Durant said they're the Kansas City Chiefs of the NBA.
Hell no, man. That's the worst comparison. They're the fucking.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
They're the Chargers, man. They're the Chargers of this team. All this damn talent.
Team, yeah,
yes, all this damn talent you got on this team, and you're not, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way that this team is. I don't see this team making a run like how they say they are, man. You have 3 people that do the same thing. You added Tyus Jones, but it doesn't change nothing. And to me, trade Yusuf Nurkic, man. He cannot guard nobody, man. Just like how you say Austin Reeves can't guard a park guard. Yusuf Nurkic cannot guard a park guard.
Who's gonna rebound the ball for them?
Find another big, bro. All I know is that
he's
Yusuf
giving
Nurkic,
you like 10 plus a night. Those are extra possessions.
10 rebounds, bro. But what are you doing
offensive though? Also,
at a point they had Kevin Durant running center.
That's not good
because he wasn't doing nothing out there on the floor. You're not the most talented offensively. You can't guard nobody. Yeah, the rebounds are cool, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, this Phoenix Suns team is going to have to find an identity. I don't know I know 3 bucket getters on this team, and there's only 1 basketball too. And I said this since last year. You have Tyus Jones as your point guard, but is he really going to be the point guard? Is he initiating the offense, or we're going to run through Devin Booker?
He's the point guard, but he's not gonna have the ball as much as Beal, Booker, and Durant. That's just not how it's gonna go.
This team gotta make a sacrifice. Somebody gotta go to the bench, and I'm insisting it is Bradley Beal.
Beal has to go to the bench.
Yes, they gotta find some.
I don't think that's gonna. What does that change?
You have first of all, you have more offense on the bench now.
But you're talking now you have a defense. I'm not worried about the Phoenix Suns offensively. Moving Bradley Beal to the bench does nothing for them defensively. That's a move that does nothing to the chessboard. All you do is this. You're not doing it.
Well, you gotta address something though. Like you gotta add another.
But their problem is not bench scoring.
You know what? You know what I think I'll start? I start that fucking rookie Ryan Dunn. I like the kid, man. What 6'7", 6'8", shoots the ball. He's getting ready for the corner.
He's going to defend.
Yes, and that's what you need on this team. You need more defense than offense. You have 3 guys that can get buckets whenever. Who's going to be when that's guarding? To me,
I'm bugging. Isn't Grayson Allen on this team?
Yeah, he's on this team.
Grayson Allen has to start.
And he was killing too, but when Bradley Beal got hurt.
He's a defender.
So why not start him? I think right now, I don't care how much money you pay somebody right now. Whatever makes sense in making a run for this title and making the right moves.
Star players hate that transition. When they wanted
100%
when they wanted Westbrook to do that, you wasn't saying all that, sir.
I said it. I said he should go to the bench. Look back at our tapes. 100%.
Run back the tape, everybody.
Yes, I said if that's what they have to go.
You want to act like he did nothing wrong back then. That was your man. You said he did nothing wrong.
I never said that. I said it doesn't work with him and LeBron. Those are 2 ball dominant guys that needs the ball to be effective. That's all I said about that. I said if it works on the bench, go for it. Go for a 6th man of the year, all types of shit. But at the same time, is with this Phoenix Sun team, are you banking on them to make it to the finals? A team that just got.
I never said that.
I'm asking for
I've never.
Or conference finals. You think?
No.
So yeah, I'm asking you that, and that's a shame that you have 3 talented all-star caliber players, and you're not gonna make a what? And you just got swept last year, and now we're looking at this team like, are you even gonna make it the first round again?
I think the Phoenix Suns are gonna make the playoffs. But I know
100% they're gonna make the playoffs though.
I've never.
You have that much talent. You gotta
they was gonna go to the conference finals.
But are they a title contender threat?
Are they a title contender threat?
More so over teams like Dallas. Even the Lakers now are throwing the mix over the OKC team.
I think if they can get another defender, then yeah, they can be a title contender because
But the team constructed right now.
I seen last night when their offense was on and clicking. What's good, bro? When the offense was clicking, you couldn't stop them.
You can't.
Right? It's just the offense in the second half wasn't as good as in the first half, and then they can't guard anybody.
And the thing is, that's what happens during sometimes. Sometimes, what they call a tale of two halves. Sometimes you can't miss a shot. The fucking basket's like the size of the ocean. Like, you just greening everything. But then after a while, feel me, cool off and shit like that. And that's when usually teams rely on getting stops. This is when these games kind of go under. It kind of gets cold. But feel me, just like, how much stops can you put together in order to succeed? And that's the thing with the Lakers. They wasn't hanging their heads low in that first half. They said, all right, they're hitting. But you're going to have to continue going that. We just have to gather some stops enough to where our offense starts to pick up. And that's where you got guys like Rui Hachimura going in the second half. Austin Reeves start feeling a little bit more confident within his shot. LeBron James is going. Anthony Davis.
Oh, my fault. Not to cut you off. Also, shout out to Dalton Connect. That was one of the kids I forgot. Steal of the draft. Decent defender, can knock down the 3-point shot, fearless going to the basket, just very smart with the basketball. Just steal the draft. He could win Rookie of the Year.
Shoot, I don't see no other rookie. I don't see no other rookie that's impressed me this far.
Dark horse pick right there, but shout out to him. Made a lot of big shots. You got to think, second game going up against Kevin Durant.
That's a big tax to ask for, too, especially with rookie. And the fact that JJ Redick trusts him out there, too, that goes a long way, too.
No, yeah. So
that means JJ Redick is willing to try things that, if it works, he'll run with it and add on to it. If it doesn't work, he'll pull back on it, too. And I think that's, for a first-year coach, that's a lot of maturity.
Right, but before we do move on, just talk to us. What did you like from the Lakers and what you didn't like? Even though they're 2-0, but what do you like and what do you think they just still need to continue to fix?
To me, what I like is just strictly Anthony Davis and the presence that he's being for this Lakers team. I think this USA experience has definitely gave him more of a confidence to remind him who the fuck he is. And I think that was probably missing for a couple of times. He said, yeah, I'm a good player, but yeah, I'm on a good team, but it's that third. But I definitely feel like he has a personal agenda, and sometimes that's not bad to have if it results in winning too. But that first game, he's going at Rudy Gobert. He's fake talking shit to Anthony Edwards. I know they boys and shit, but feel me, he's becoming more of feel me, like, you want to see out of a star player. You don't want to see him casually going like, oh, high five, and one. You want to see some kind of emotion. You want to see that you want this shit. And to me, he want this shit. Like, he wants that Defensive Player of the Year award. He wants that MVP. He's going for it all this season. And I like that out of a player. I know this is early too, and I know this is all like, feel me, we're banking off what we've seen in this small sample size. But at the same time is when somebody shows you who you are, like, feel me, you gotta run with it. So I'm looking at Anthony Davis. I'm looking at how they played in the preseason. And I'm looking at all this right now. I'm saying, if you keep this up, I'll give you a nomination for MVP. I'll give you votes for a Defensive Player of the Year. Hell yeah. I take your team more seriously when you're deciding to be more serious. When you're taking the initiative of leading your team in both defense and offense, hell yeah, man. I'm gonna look at you as a threat.
Right, so right now, are you saying, because how you was talking in the car was kind of crazy, are the Lakers a top 4 team in the West?
If they keep this up, hell yes.
So
this is what we wanted to see.
Contenders.
Yes, this is what we wanted to see.
Okay.
This is what everybody as Lakers fans has been acting. If you're a Lakers fan out there, this is the initiative you want to see from Anthony Davis. You want to see LeBron James take a step back and Anthony Davis dominate the floor on both ends of it. No matter who is on it, whether if it's Rudy Gobert, whether if it was, who was it last night, KD, Yusuf Nurkic, no matter who you throw at him, you're going to get your baskets within the paint, or you can step out, do your little jab step, your fadeaway middies, like, feel me? We don't even need the threes right now. He's not even greening the threes right now. He's getting.
So shout out to JJ Redick, one of the best shooters of all time. He probably had all these people who had bad shooting seasons the last 2 seasons. Probably worked on them, giving some hidden gems how to work on the shot because his mid-range looks great now. Remember, what made Anthony Davis so effective was just what he could do in the paint and defensively. But back when he was on New Orleans in that first year with the Lakers, it was that mid-range jump shot.
Yeah,
he could shoot. He was a big that could shoot the ball and threes. Once you took that away, his game got more limited.
Yeah,
Because now he has to
go
post
away from
up.
the bread and
He
butter.
has to go as deep inside as possible, and then just defensively unlocking that jump shot unlocks your game. And just to throw a stray at somebody, this is what we talked about with Russell Westbrook. If Russell Westbrook had a jumper, he doesn't get offered $2 million. He can't shoot the ball, and you want it so much, but you can't shoot.
I don't want to talk about that though, boy. I already expressed how I feel. I've been to everybody. So as a Russ fan too, like I just don't know what to
Today's game, this is not a shot to Russell Westbrook, right? I love Russ. Like, I think he's one of the best players to watch because of his energy. But you got to call a spade in today's NBA. If you cannot shoot, you don't have a big role. And then he's not a defensive player.
I mean, he had 2 blocks.
So he's just yelling and having
just the energy, charisma,
and that's all great and all. But then when the other niggas has 35 on you, and you just yelling,
Devin knows what they was doing when they signed him, though. They know what they're doing. Everybody, you aware what goes on in the league. You aware what people talk about. So them signing him, I just don't know. I don't know if it's making up for the loss of KCP.
Jokic asked for him, and I can't go against his basketball intellect.
Yeah,
that's one 100%. Of the smartest players in the NBA. So if he said he wants Russ, he has to know something. So
he's good. I mean, they got to finish 82 games in the season. I mean, what they play tonight against.
But what you can't do, Jokic, is teach him how to shoot jump shots.
You can't force that.
He's gonna have to call up Chris Brickley or Lethal Shooter.
But we got. I mean, you got to find something. You got to find something that works for him. And I feel like in his Clipper role, when it was rolling, his best thing was just coming off the bench and just facilitating, and that's just it. But if you're trying to put him in a position now where he has to sub in for like what KCP was bringing to this team, being a 3-and-D presence, the Nuggets. That's where the Nuggets fail.
Well, no, because it's no 3. But shout out to Russ. Last topic, the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that in the preseason, right, off season, not a lot of media and people were talking about saying they're a contender because they really stunk it up last season, and then in the playoffs, lost in the first round, even though Giannis was hurt. They don't lose to the Pacers if Giannis and Dame are both healthy, in my opinion. Shout out to the Pacers.
No, not in your opinion. Facts.
You have to play who's in front of you.
Fucking facts.
So, but now they're 1-1. They did lose to Chicago last night, a team you really shouldn't lose to, but Zach LaVine is balling. Even though last season he had an injury and never played again, but now he's healthy. Shout out Clutch Sports. They're 1-1. Dame has been looking great though thus far. Giannis has also been good. I think they're gonna finish top 5 in the East easily.
100%.
But I want to know, why aren't more people talking about Milwaukee?
Oh man, because it's a Doc Rivers led team. No hate on Doc Rivers.
So there's now you sound like Gilbert Arenas, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I call for what it is.
So now
bro.
it's Doc's fault.
I'm not saying it's Doc's fault, but at the same time, is nobody's taking him serious as a title contender because of the notion around Doc Rivers, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. But at the same time, it's just like this team right now is just like they're a great team when you look at it around, but I just don't know. Is Giannis' head still in this? Does he really want to be in Milwaukee?
Is his brother on the team?
No.
Oh shit.
It's not. Do you think Giannis really want to be in Milwaukee anymore? Dame Lillard destination was not Milwaukee. Giannis is a great player. You don't mind playing with him. But is this where everybody really want to be in Milwaukee right now? You have all the talent. I mean, you lost Malik Beasley, so be it, but you got a Gary Trent. But it's just like you have 2 players. I don't think they've ever had a good cohesive unit. They're just 2 superstar players that are just great. But have we seen that real connection to that 1-2 punch?
Chris Middleton.
And that's another point I didn't even get to.
What doctors y'all be going to, bro? Do they all go to the same doctor? Kawhi, Chris Middleton, Mitchell Robinson. Their lower half of their body don't work.
Nah, Chris Middleton, yeah, he's washed. He's washed, and that's sad to say.
Whoa.
Chris Middleton is washed. Chris Middleton has not been healthy for the past 2 to 3 seasons.
He's washed?
Yes.
Did you not see in the playoffs last year with no Giannis how
he could get you a game because that's veteran experience.
He's still a bucket getter.
He could still get it, but when I'm talking about injury wise, that deteriorates from you. You're washed, bro. We can't rely on you to play a healthy amount of games within the season. You're washed to me, bro. That's why Kawhi Leonard is washed to me because I can't rely on you when it comes down to it. When it comes down to the playoffs, I'm just like, oh, here we go again. It's not, oh man, Kawhi Leonard just went down. Fuck, what's gonna happen to the Clippers? It's now more so just like, I expect this to happen. And that's what you say all the time. It's like, feel me, you see what you get from these players now, and it's sad to say, but Chris Middleton right now ain't much he could do for this Milwaukee Bucks team. Back then, hell yeah, and I'm a fan of Chris Middleton too. I like what he did during that playoff runs.
But what do you mean there's not much he can do? If he's healthy, what do you mean he can?
Yes, if he's healthy, but how healthy has he been within these past couple seasons?
Well, no, because I told you they all go to the same doctor.
Yeah, let's look at. Matter of fact, how healthy has this Milwaukee Bucks team been these past couple seasons?
Wait, hold on. My fault. I have a conspiracy. Doctors need to keep having hurt people. Are they hiding stuff from some of these players? I'm being serious.
No, that might be an underlying.
With modern medicine, hold on. With modern medicine and all this money they have and all of that, because now if you heal them, they don't come back unless they're hurt. No. I'm just saying because something's not
wrong.
Something's not making sense.
No. All right. Kind of crazy conspiracy, but I'm gonna follow up on you with that because I was just watching the OGs podcast with Udonis Haslem and fucking Mike Miller.
Shout out UD and Mike Miller.
They had Victor Oladipo on that shit. Victor Oladipo was saying how the doctor said, "Yo, you good to go," and that's why he turned down that money from Houston, I think. Or Indiana, I forgot which one. He turned down money from Indiana. It was like what, 195 or not 195. Somewhere around the 100 range for like 4 years. He turned that down, thought he could get better because the doctors told him that he was good enough to go. Turns out when he gets to like Houston or some shit like that, they said like, yo, like your surgery was botched. Like, feel me, ain't something wrong with that. And that's how he ended up losing all this money after turning down a great deal too. He said it himself. He was just like, yo, I would have never turned down that money if I knew I wasn't as healthy as the doctor said I was. So that might be a thing too, because where it's underlying, because even Lonzo Ball said he's just like, yo, I thought I was healthy and ready to go. Now they're telling me I need a whole new fucking knee, this, that, and the third too. It's a business at the end of the day too.
Well, Victor Oladipo, he's now on NBA Today, sitting next to Malika Andrews, and it's not a bad view. Just sitting right there.
Better have some respect. That's a married woman.
No, I didn't say no. I'm just saying it's just not a bad thing to. You went from the NBA from sitting next to Malika Andrews. I wish she was here right now instead of you, but I'm stuck with Sebastian.
I wish Taylor Rooks was next to me instead of you.
Shout out Taylor Rooks.
Straight up.
I seen a promotion you got well deserved.
Share something over here, but yeah.
Wait, saying what? Someone what over
the
here?
Promotion. I need a promotion too.
Okay,
I need to move up in the world.
Okay.
Well, yeah, what was he from? See, now
talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. You can't. You think about Taylor Rooks for 1 second. You forgot to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks.
Talk about sidetrack, huh? But yeah.
2K side quest.
Oh shit, bro.
Meet Taylor Rooks at the
yeah, you know all the NBA players, they be saying the craziest shit when they interview. Nigga, Jaylen Brown said, I'm having 5 rings by now.
No, that's when Kevin Durant, he was talking to that girl who be on the FanDuel show.
What show?
Some bad chick. You know the FanDuel show with Lou Williams and them? It was some girl. And she asked him, and that's when he said, yeah, we're the Patrick Mahomes of the NBA.
Y'all NBA players gotta stop talking crazy when there's women around, man. They be saying anything. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be the MVP. What else are they saying? John Moran probably saying, I'm the best player in the world. Like,
Josh said we're fine in the West.
Yeah, we're fine in the West.
Who and they got smacked up.
Who they said that to?
Malika Andrews.
Yeah. I see a beautiful woman come around. Y'all start saying anything. Shit, my confidence will be up there too far.
Who's her husband again? David
McMillan.
David McMillan, good choice, my boy. My boy wanted to dip the salsa in the
you know what they say? Once you go black, you never
green. Huh?
Once you go black, you never go back.
Listen, man. Listen. All right, we got a little sidetrack. The Milwaukee Bucks, real quick, because we gotta end the show. I think I'm my first bold take of the season. The Boston Celtics will not make the Eastern Conference Finals.
What?
The Eastern Conference Final will be hosted by the Philadelphia 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Boston gets knocked out in the second round. Finals will be Philadelphia and the Los Angeles Lakers.
You talk about 2 injury-prone teams. You're talking about Giannis, who hasn't made out the first round within the past 2 years because of injuries.
He's still a champion.
You're talking about, all right, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are champions too.
Yeah, they just go for them.
And you talk about somebody that's not a champion that has never sniffed the Eastern Conference Finals. You talk about those 2 teams over a Boston Celtics team that got Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Porzingis ain't even back yet. We didn't even mention Porzingis. Who they gonna lose to? The Bucks?
Milwaukee.
With Brook Lopez slow ass? With Chris Middleton, who we know might never come back. Might never come back. Might as well
Chris
retire,
Middleton's
bro.
coming back this week. What are you talking about? He's never coming
And
back.
how long he's gonna stay for? He's gonna play 82. How much game he gonna play? He already missed 2. He got 80 more games left.
Shout out Chris Middleton.
That's my dog. I watched him drop 40 in the NBA Finals. I was telling niggas he's nice. It was like, yo, he's just nice because of Giannis. He's nice.
Chris Middleton's about to be back. He'll be healthy for the rest
Bro,
of the
he's
season.
like my uncle's age, bro.
How much you want to bet? I put money on the floor.
What, that he's gonna be back? How much games he gonna play? He's gonna play 50 games a season?
That Boston's not going to Eastern Conference Finals.
I bet $100, man.
I bet $200.
I bet $300. Nigga.
1,000, nigga.
Oh fuck, bro! I got bills to pay, brother.
Yeah, come on,
I got
man. Come on,
$300,
man. Throw the money on the floor, bro.
$300. That's my final offer.
$300.
$300. That Boston makes
so
the
we're gonna settle at $50. Like they
$150.
$50, bro.
$150.
All right, 100, and I'm not going any higher.
All right.
All right, $100 right there too. All right.
All right, we have our first bet of the season between me and Justo. Last season we split even.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we definitely split even.
We did. But that's gonna do it though for this episode of It's Debatable NBA edition. Once again, you know, we're just going through a little bit of a transition. We haven't posted a video in like 3 weeks. It's like
2 weeks, man.
Yeah, like something like that.
My account is dry.
Jalen was our editor. So no longer. We're gonna have to figure all that out. But we got NFL videos coming for you. So we got WWE videos coming for y'all. NBA. Y'all just gotta work with us a little bit.
So is battle rap over?
Battle rap. Hold on. Let me quote to end the show one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Ric Flair. I will never retire.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. We have like